this is John Young with the Weekend Handyman. Today we are going to learn more about snowblowers than you probably ever wanted to know. I'm with product specialist from Toro. I've got Christina Howell with us. Christina, thank you for joining me today.
Hi, John. I'm excited to be here and talk all things snow. It's definitely a true passion, and I love everything snowblowers, so can't wait to answer your questions today.
And I love your background. You are so seasonal with your background.
All year round here. That's all I see is snow.
Christina, now, homeowners have got a variety of different applications or different needs for different devices, and let's kind of go through the different lines that Toro has, because there are options for people who have a smaller area, larger area, and different surfaces. So let's kind of dig into that, and let's kind of start at the beginning where we have the electric ones that are the plug-in ones, the Power Curve and the Power Shovel. Those are two. Actually, I have a Power Shovel, and I've used it numerous times over the years, but kind of give us an overview of what that line of tools would be.
Awesome. Yeah. So that's one great thing about the Toro lineup is we really do have a solution for all customer needs. As you mentioned, there's a ton of different variety, different amounts of snowfalls you're getting in the different locations across the United States, plus what kind of area you're trying to clear. So starting with the electric snow, it's a great supplemental tool for homeowners that either have a single stage or two stage, which we'll get into a little bit later. But it's also a great solution for customers who don't have a huge area to clean. Maybe they live in a townhome and that stuff is done for them, or they live in an area where an HOA plows their driveways and they've got a sidewalk or maybe deck or steps or a patio that they want to clear off of snow. Mm-hmm. The corded product is a great solution for that. We usually suggest an area a snowfall of about 2 to 6 inches and an area of like 1 to 2 cars. You couldn't do more, obviously, but with a cord, you want to keep that in mind that your distance, all the way to the mailbox may not be as convenient, which is actually where battery product comes in and is definitely a growing segment there.
That it is. The battery ones are a great option when the cord can't reach long enough. Speaking of the cord, this is something that a lot of people are asking in the videos where we've talked about the cords, is that they're like, what cord? Can I just use any extension cord for running these devices?
Yeah, it's encouraged to have a higher gauge and a winterized cord. You want to make sure you consult the manual for the exact gauge for your piece of equipment, but traditionally it's somewhere around a 50-foot cord and somewhere between 10 or 12 gauges, making sure that it's sufficient enough for the power that it's drawing as well as the conditions you're clearing outside, right? It's water, it's winter, it's wet, it's cold. So you want to make sure you have a high quality cord.
Christina, now there's two different devices in the electric line. Can you tell us a little bit more about the two?
Yeah, so we have two. We call it the Power Shovel and the Power Curve 1800. The Power Shovel allows you to clear an area that's 12 inches wide and about 6 inches deep. And it's great for steps or decks. Think about actually shoveling, but not having to do the lifting part. So you just push it right along and it kicks the snow out with our Power Curve technology, where the Power Curve 1800 is actually a smaller size snowblower. So it has your chute control left or right, unlike the Power Shovel is just straight and forward. And it clears in a width of 18 inches and actually up to 12 inches deep. It's usually used to clear a little bit more area. So if you've got a paved driveway that's like 1 or 2 cars and you don't need to go too far, then that's a great solution for you to have if you don't want to have to deal with gas and oil in your 4-cycle machines. The Power Shovel, going back to that, is also commonly used as a supplemental tool. So it's not uncommon for someone to have a Power Curve and a Power Shovel.
Sure.
Because they've got that deck or patio that they don't want to have to lift up machine. Although both of these are pretty good in terms of weight and they're lightweight solutions.
Christina, the storage of the units now, because they're electric, we're not having to deal with gas and oil. So what kind of storage do I need to do at the end of the season?
Actually, it's super easy. You can just hang it up on your wall. There isn't a whole lot of storage to be mindful of. Obviously, there's scraper and paddles that are involved in these. So you want to make sure those are in good condition, both at the beginning of the season and at the end of the season. There isn't any overworn components, but most of these will last pretty much the life of the unit. The scraper may need to be repaired if you're clearing on really rough surfaces. Or the paddles, again, if you're clearing a lot, but I mean, we're talking hundreds of hours of usage here. But otherwise, from a fuel source, you just unplug, make sure your plug prongs are in good working order, and then just hang it on your wall for next year. The power curve, you do have the option to fold down the handles. So it can slide underneath a workbench or in a shelving area if you want to lift it up and store it in some shelves that you have in your garage or shed area.
Excellent. That sounds great. We'll put links in a description below so you guys can go check out the electric models from Toro. Christina, thank you very much for the information.
Absolutely.
For more tips and how-to videos, go to weekendhandyman.com.